Welcome, race fans, to Lightning Esports Race number 2 being presented by SpeedZone TV tonight. We're here for the 80-lap dash of the MRM Designs showdown at Kansas Speedway. Wondering who's going to be crowned tonight? I'll be your host alongside my partner, William Ridgway. Will, give a shout out to the fans in the stands tonight.
Hey, how's it going? I hope everybody's ready for some hopefully some good racing. And I think we've got what 20 some cars tonight, 23 it looks like. So it should be a good race.
Heck yeah. We had some nice battles last week, and you know, this is a very different track than Talladega where we were, so you know, it's going to be a lot different watching these drivers dance around this track. There's going to be some, you know, braking involved, some fuel strategy involved. I think, what's our pit window tonight?
Roughly 25 to 30 laps. They run half fuel here, so you know, the tire wear won't be quite as prevalent, but you know, it'll still come into play.
Yep, we're just gridding up here. We're waiting for the drivers to get in their cars and get tighten up their belts for this action-packed show. Just take a look at the schedule. So we were at Talladega last week. This week we're at Kansas. Next week we're going to Iowa Speedway for a 100-lap dash. And then we'll be at Texas for 80 laps. And then we're off February 9th. So, I mean, there's quite a little bit of racing before we head into Valentine's Day. And I know, Will, you're excited to be my Valentine.
Yeah, I am. My wife's excited for you to be my Valentine as well. So that'll be good.
All right, we're rolling here.
So it looks like, let's go through, I guess, the top 10 starters. We got Robert Kahn. He is on the pole with Chris Phillips outside row 1. Bud Shearer and Kyle Harbin is row 2. Dale Adamson and Dennis Warnes is row 3. We got Brandon. Oh man, San Filipina. I don't know how. I'm not saying it. I'm not doing it. And Chris Luttrell was at row 4, and then Stephen Shute and Robert Reynolds rounding out the top 10 to start this race.
Just going into turn 1 here.
It looks like we are not going green this time. We're going green next time. So we will. I'm going to go back down the list and finish off. So starting P11, we've got Keith Taylor and Garrett Caswell in row 6. Carl Staton, Chantel Pottle in row 7. Sean Burke, Mike Rideout in row 8. Chris Schluchler and Jason Henry in row 9. Austin Craig and Jeffrey Ledford in row 10. Justin Ballett Sr. and James Wagner in row 11. And then that's the last that qualified. We have Matthew Karakoff is the last starter, and he did not put down a qualifying lap, it doesn't look like. So
yeah, maybe a good strategy, maybe not. These guys,
yeah, we'll see how it goes. It can get hairy the first couple of laps, so he'll be in the catbird seat if that happens.
What's a catbird seat to you? Well, what's a catbird seat?
It is a good place to be. So
do you like cats? I like cats.
Yeah, they're okay. They're okay. I enjoy cat for the most part because they leave you alone. So
coming out of turn 2, these drivers are going to go down the, or is this turn 3? Trap Max turnaround.
This is turn 4. Yep.
My bad.
They're going green. Yep.
And they're off. That's the green flag. Robert Kahn jumps out to an early lead here. That's who we're on board with. For the people watching, when you see the name in the bottom of the screen, that's the driver that we're on. You can see him in the 21 Lucas Oil Machine.
It looks like the 23 of Kyle Harbin didn't get a good start there. He was P4. He dropped back to P5. But it looks like Chris Phillips is going to take the lead on the outside with Bud Shearer coming to follow him around Robert Kahn.
Well, it looks like that's the lane right now early on, is that outside groove.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It looks, this track is very, you can really run any lane, but I think the top will be the fastest, but it will wear out your tires the quickest. So I think maybe Kahn is just sitting on the bottom for a little bit until, tires get worn in. It looks like Bud Shearer has taken the lead with, Chris, I'm sorry. Yeah, Bud Shearer's taking the lead with Dale Adamson second.
Bud Shearer had some camera time last week as he led quite a few laps at the Dega.
Yeah, he did. He's going to be a contender this season, I feel like. He looks like he's ready to check out. Got last week's winner, Robert Reynolds. He's in P7, side by side with who is that? The 94 Robert Reynolds with the 21 of Brandon. I'm not saying his last name. Rob, you want to give it a stab?
Sanfilippo.
We'll have
Filippo?
to
get up in the booth, Brandon.
Yep, we'll have to figure that out before next week, but that's all right.
And this has already been a lot different racing. We're 5 laps in, and these guys are all single file, and looks like they're being cautious, conservative, letting the race come to them, opposed to what we seen last week, whereas we saw some carnage early on.
Yeah, we did. That's super speedway racing. This racing's much different. It looks like Chris Phillips, he's coming. He's moving up. He's back up, getting back up to third after that not so good start. It looks like Robert Hahn has dropped way back. Well, not way back, but he's back to what, P7 right now. He's just riding that low line. I think he's saving tire here on lap 6. There's still 20 laps to go there, roughly in the with the number 12. It looks like Brandon. But yeah, I think he's saving tires, just kind of chilling back there. Let's see. Yeah, Dale Adamson and Bud Sheeran, they're
battling hard, eh?
Yeah, they are.
There's the battle for the lead. A little loose on the outside. You saw Shearer do a little dance. I don't know if Dale was looking for a partner, but that could have been bad.
Yeah, he definitely got a little squirrely there. It looks like Kyle Harbin, he's coming to play as well. He's done caught the leaders back from P5 when after that bad start.
Let's take a look at their lap times. 31.3 last lap for Harbin, Shearer 31.5, and Adamson 31.3. So Adamson and Harbin, 2 quick cars, looking to be on the track right now.
Yeah, that the tire wear is going to start coming in here in about 10 laps, give or take, and it's gonna really affect. We're gonna see who's saving and who's not at that point.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the spread of the field, well, like you're seeing a lot of guys running 5s and even 7s. As far as lap time, the fastest lap that I see right now is Austin Craig in the 1 machine.
Yeah, a 1.82. That's moving.
That's cooking.
Oh. Jeffrey Ledford, he almost got into it with James Wagner there, causing a bottleneck in the back of the field for, it looks like, 14th and 15th. They look like they've gotten straightened back out. Right now, they're single file. Looks like everybody's single file.
This is a very different race than what we saw last week. You know, I wonder if these guys are thinking like season strategy now, like let's run for points. Tight race in there with Garrett Caswell and Austin Craig as Garrett rolled the bottom there a little bit and slid up, cuts the tri-oval.
We have a battle for the lead. Bud Shearer is going after Dale Adamson with Kyle Harbin. Those 3 have kind of separated themselves.
Yeah, they got over a second lead on the 4th position, it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris Phillips in 4th and Brandon Filippo. That's what we're going to go with today, rounding out top 5 for now. Got last week's winner, Robert Reynolds. He's up 4 positions in 6th. Oh, it looks like Dale's going to hold him off for now for the lead.
Back up with the leaders here. Yeah, Bud's falling back in the line there.
Yep. Bud's trying to find a way around him.
He's trying hard in that RBS Chev by Canadian Tire there.
Now we're about halfway through this run, lap 12. Would you take 2 tires if this goes green the whole way?
I'm not a fan of 2 tires with so much racing to go. Like I think we're gonna see, you know, 2 stops, and maybe how you run that second stop. Maybe you consider a 2-tire strat, depending for, you know, track position. These guys only got 2 tires to change, right? So.
Yep. True. Oh, it looks like Garrett Caswell got a little loose off the corner and got into Carl Stanton.
Let's see if we can go back and replay that here.
Yeah, he just got loose off of 2.
Contact there. Nice job blowing it up.
Yeah, he did a great job saving that.
Back to the live feed. Jumping back on board with the leaders. It looks like Bud Shearer fell back and gave the spot to Harpin, but he's still battling. Good battle for second place here. They cross the line.
They're also battling pretty hard for like 14th, 13th, 12th.
Let's go back and check on the 40 machine of Justin Balliet. One of our league sponsors too, Big Red Customs.
He's got a hornet's nest in front of him there. There's Chantel Pottle, Ledford, Staten, and Keith Taylor leading that group.
Yeah, that is a bee's nest.
Looks like Dennis Warnez has separated himself from that group. He was back there.
The Kool-Aid Man. I think every time you say his, you say his name, you gotta like Kool-Aid Man or some crap.
We'll have to figure that out. What do we got back here? Yeah, side by side for 12th. Carl Staten and Chantel Pottle. Looks like Carl's going to get by her.
This is like very different racing than what we saw last week, Will.
It is. I think everybody's being cautious. I think it's super early, so I think they're just kind of riding right now. Got last week's winner, Robert Reynolds. He's in top 5. He's moved his way up. I think he's just managing this race pretty well right now. He's kind of saved his stuff. You got Kyle Harbin. He kind of fell back there at the very beginning, but he's still working on Bud here for a second.
Yeah, they've
swapped. It looks like Dale Adamson has gotten. Dale Adamson's kind of got him covered. He's just kind of hanging out up front, about half a second up.
All alone. And his big bad Toyota.
Yeah, it looks like
there was some contact there.
Yeah, yep.
Got, oh man. That's some carnage.
It was that hornet's nest. Yep, it was that hornet's nest.
Let's see if we can get back there.
That we were speaking of.
Let's go back for a replay and see what we can find.
Trying to see. Looks like Chantel Pottle got turned, but I'm trying to see what went on there.
Pottle, I'm showing for a
looks like
flag.
Yep, Justin Ballet. He came up just. He may have thought he was clear. Trying to see. Yeah.
Looks like the contact. Is it contact before that? Let's see what I got here.
Trying to see.
On board with the 61. Yeah, Chantel. Let's go with.
Yeah, Chantel was up there and Ballet just came up. I don't know if he just didn't know she was up there, and then all chaos ensued from there.
All right, let's take a look. Fans
off of turn 2.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. Looks like the 40 machine came up and tagged Otto, and she likely had damage after that, which prevented her from turning because she just bounced off the wall. Let's bring that back one more time. We got a bunch of 4.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, I think you had the right call there. Looks like our sponsor for tonight, the 76 machine of Mike Rideout, caught some carnage as well, and that it's going to be a little banged up on the front end.
He is going to be there. Yeah, there was a 4 or 5 people involved in that.
Yeah,
it looks like Chris Susler was.
That's your SpeedZone TV instant replay, bringing you the carnage there. That was our first caution. It's quite a few laps in, so. I mean, very impressive for that group. These drivers now have all cycled out of the pits. They're getting back to live action. We're 21 laps in. Well, that's going to definitely change. I assume that all these guys took four tires.
I think so. I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, it's a. Let's see. That's about 2/3 of the way through the run. So yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't have taken 2 or taken 4. It looks like Garrett Caswell in the 19 machine has taken over the lead. I don't believe he went into the pit. So it'll be Garrett Caswell, Dale Adamson, Bud Shearer, Austin Craig, and Robert Reynolds in the top 5 for this restart here that we're coming to.
And I'm seeing some damage on Caswell's machine too, so I'm not expecting that car to fire off so well with the nose damage that we're seeing on camera.
Oh yeah, I do see that. I didn't even notice that before. Yep, that's correct. I don't know what his strategy is going to be here, but he's going to be loose. He's going to be loose getting on this. Yeah.
And they're off.
He managed the tire spin. He definitely managed the tire spin. That was good.
Yeah, but I mean, what's he got left for fuel? Like 8 laps?
Yeah, he's got 5 or 10 laps left. Yeah, something like that. Looks like we're going to go 3 wide here. Bud Shearer, Caswell, and Austin Craig on the bottom there.
See, they all...
Looks like they cleared.
See how freshies are different, right? Like he's a sitting duck out there.
The tires plus the damage is just not good. Not a good combination. The only way this works out for him is if he can get a caution in about 5 to 7 laps before he comes into the pit, and that'll work out really well for him because he can get a fast repair and he'll be ready to roll with new tires.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. It is an option. But it could happen. I'm on board with Dennis Warnez in the Kool-Aid machine. Oh, yeah. Some battling hard behind him there.
Yeah,
looks like Harbin.
Kyle Harbin.
Yeah, he was up front earlier, and now he's going to be charging again.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He had a really slow pit stop compared to the others. His was a 37. He was on pit road 37 seconds, and the others were 33, 34 seconds.
I think there was some, I might have missed it, but I think there was some mild contact between him and Shearer, which might have caused some damage.
Yeah, he might have just got a couple seconds of damage taken care of while he was in there.
Getting loose on the bottom there.
Yeah, I was looking at that as well. Looks like Garrett Caswell, he has dropped back to 6th. He's getting ready to get passed by Robert Kahn. But overall, I mean, it's been 6 laps or so, and he's hanging on.
He's running out of time, though. He's either going to have to... right out in the wall. We caught that live. That's our sponsor for tonight, MRM Designs. Tough luck. Beautiful machine, though.
Got a big battle for the lead. Austin Craig has taken over the lead with Chris Phillips 2nd. Dale Adamson has dropped back to 3rd. Bud Shearer is coming up on Adamson's bumper there. And it looks like Chris Phillips and Austin Craig are looking to put some distance on the field.
Hang on, race fans. We got some new cowboys in town. I don't think Austin Craig was out last week.
I don't remember his name, but we had so many new names, I could be way wrong there.
Oh, it wouldn't be the first time you're wrong, that's for sure.
It is the first time. The first time. Just ask my wife,
Oh, yeah. Tune in next week for race 3 with Will's wife.
Oh, man. That's not something you guys would want to hear. That might be entertaining.
There's a tight battle here in between, what is it, 3rd to 6th or so? These guys are dancing pretty hard.
Yeah, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. They're all right there together. Chantel, Ledford, Kahn, Bud Shearer in P4.
Ledford's on the move.
You said Ledford?
Yeah, he's digging hard on Kahn's bumper there.
Oh yeah, I do see that. Yep.
Lots of Shearer tagged the wall.
Shearer. He did. He tagged the wall hard. He should be all right though. You got Ledford. He is rolling.
Yeah, he's
I wonder what
not.
Khan's strategy is, because he's not been.
He's not charging.
I was expecting him. He's the pole sitter, so I was expecting him to, be battling top 3 at least. And he's been back there around 6th the entire race. I'm wondering if he's just trying to save the best he can and see how it goes from there. Yeah, Ledford is up 15 spots. He got Austin Craig second. He's up 17 spots since the start of the race. So we've got some big movers.
Phillips is pulled out actually to a 1 second lead on the field, which is absolutely insane. Is he pushing too hard right now? Well, is he at risk of chewing up those tires?
It looks like Garrett Caswell has made his pit stop and is now back on the track. He had to come on in. He had a pit stop time of 55 seconds, so he must have tried to get some of that damage fixed. And he is 2 laps down, it looks like. Yes, he is 2 laps down. I guess he was trying to get that damage fixed. I wonder why he didn't use a fast repair.
Yeah.
Or maybe
he might have done something crazy and not even taken tires well.
Maybe.
And he's holding on. If a caution comes out, these guys are racing hard. We'll tune back into Austin Craig here, who's getting Brandon Sanfilippo.
That was good. Good try.
Thanks. I've been trying. Ledford goes by him.
Austin's got something wrong or something, because he's losing the spot left and right there.
Is he?
Yeah, Austin's back at P5.
Is he saving? These guys are all attacking. Looking at the lap times too, right? He's a second slower than what they all turned.
So they came in at what lap? About 18. So 18 or 19, and you can go 30 laps. That takes you to lap 50 roughly, and then I think 30 would be pushing it, so they may be trying to save to get to 30 so they can make it on one more stop. That may be the thought process.
Yeah, I'm also showing that his pit time, if on the screen there, he was only 34 seconds in the pits. Did he only take fuel? And is he struggling? Same with Robert Kahn. If you look at the pit times above
That's
Austin and Kahn and below Kahn, they're all 46 or 54 seconds. We knew Chris had some damage, right? So
yeah, he could have taken only fuel.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I can check. We can figure that out.
Ledford's making the charge up here in P3.
Oh, he's almost catching up to Brandon in second there. It looks like Chris Phillips has taken a 2.6 second lead, which is crazy. He is not saving a bit of gas.
Nope. That's a tight battle here in around the 11th to 15th.
I can confirm Austin Craig did not take tires.
That's it. Pit reports from Will.
he got fuel only. So he is let's take a look at Robert Kahn since I'm over here already and see if he's kind of back there with him. See what he's doing here. Nope. Robert Kahn did not take tires either.
I mean, so they got to be hoping, right?
Yeah, for a late caution or something like that. Yeah, for sure.
But I think what I battle with that is that with that late caution scenario, you move back 10, 15 cars, and you've only got a short amount of time to make that up.
Agreed. Yeah, with 20 plus cars in the field, it's going to be a tough ride. It looks like our early leader, Bud Shearer, back to P13, P14, or battling for P14, with it looks like Chris Luttrell, and I wonder what he's up to. Is he saving or
same strategy for Bud? It looks like he had a 35 second pit stop.
Yeah. So no tires there. Yeah, he's just kind of riding around right now, hoping that works out for him.
That's crazy. We're seeing that. You know, this is an uncommon strategy to see this many cars not take tires, and kind of hoping and praying that there's going to be some level of carnage on the track.
Yeah, I was just in car with Bud, and it doesn't sound like he is trying. He's not clutching, at least. So, you know, if he may just be back there hoping for tires and not really saving fuel, just running what he can on those older tires.
On board with the 12 machine of San Filippo, running that high line. Yeah, Ledford and Pottle got around, but you can see he's working that high side really well. Saw on the wheel.
You got Chris Phillips, he's pulled out to a 3.5-second lead. Jeffrey Ledford is P2. Justin Ballett is P3. Chantel is P4. And yeah, Brandon is P5. With Chris Stoessler, I can never get his name right, is P6, up 11 spots.
Oh, man. He must have had it. Oh, he's got a Kool-Aid. Oh, yeah, Kool-Aid. Come on.
Got the Kool-Aid boys in here tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris is having a good run so far. He was involved in that earlier wreck in that first caution.
I'm showing Jason Henry went into the pits. He's just coming out
like,
now. We're seeing some pit cycles.
Looks like Keith Taylor dropped from the race due to packet loss, so his connection. It looks like Dennis is coming into the pits as well right now.
Kool-Aid, oh yeah.
Looks like some pit strategies coming into play.
We got 40 laps to go. They come in now. They run 20 hard laps. You come in and take another set of tires, you're Gucci, right? Like
so.
If that's the strategy with those guys, but those guys that took the tires earlier are not going to be able to see his previous pit time. But like Robert Kahn is going to be in the hot seat, like he's sitting 4 seconds back from the leader. Is that correct? Yeah, because we must have missed it. Phillips pit. Phillips is in the pit.
Yeah, he just came in the pits. He's not taking tires
again. Well, I guess he took him the first time, but he was...
Yeah, he took him the first time. He's not taking tires. He did not take tires. Fuel only for Chris Phillips. Robert Reynolds. Dennis Warnez took tires. Robert Reynolds was taking tires. Chris Phillips did not take tires.
Jeffrey Ledford, our new leader. With Brandon.
It looks like if you go back to Austin Craig entering the pits, I think he's got a black flag. There's no way he did not. If you go back and look at Austin Craig coming in the pits, he got a 1X. He should have
sliding in the pit. He missed the cone.
Oof. He missed the cone.
That's not good for him. We'll go back to the live view here. And he's serving that penalty. Tough break for him. That's really going to, hurt him. He was running hard.
He was running really well tonight. You got Jeffrey Ledford has taken over the lead.
That's crazy.
James Wagner's coming in the pit.
Man, this race is whipping by tonight.
It is.
35 laps to go.
Halfway. Yeah. Oh, it looks like James Wagner, he didn't pull in quite enough. He had to come up just a little bit. That's going to cost him some time. Austin Craig has served his penalty. He's coming back out onto the track, or leaving the pits now.
Wagner's firing out of the pits now. You can see that. I mean, there's a lot of action on the track here. I don't even know where to look, to be honest.
Yep. James Wagner did get tires, just so we're aware. But Jeffrey Ledford in the lead in his 01 machine. Brandon Chris Schleichler. He's going to kill me for that. He entered the pit out of P6. So he's running 6th there. He's having a good run. Bud Shearer's in the pit. Yeah, it looks like pit cycles are in full swing right now.
Yeah, this is, it's going to be interesting to see all these different strategies converge right at the end. And they're stacking up coming in the pits here. Ledford, Brandon, and Justin all single file into the pits there. Got 4 of them.
They did a really good job. Kahn following them.
Con,
A little far
Pottle.
ways back. Mm-hmm.
Oh, here comes
He
Carl
did really
Stanton.
well. Carl Stanton. Yep, we got the 223 of Sean Burke and Mike Rideout. They're both coming. Give a shout out to Mike Rideout and his paint scheme. It's the thing shines. I like it.
If you're in the market for a new paint, you might want to hit up MRM Designs. That thing is actually cooking. We'll pop over to it in a second, as Chris Luttrell was the leader there, is now cycling into the pits. Let's take a look at the 76 machine.
It looks like Chris Luttrell and Steven Shue, sorry about that, Rob, and Kyle Harbin are all coming into the pits as well.
You know, we got a couple more laps. We're gonna let this thing settle out, and you're gonna see all the different strategies here. Here's a look at that 76 machine here by MRM Designs.
Quick note, Austin Craig has set the new fastest time with a 31.07. He's trying to make that penalty up on the track. It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, I'm showing him. He's the first car a lap down, so.
Yeah, so he'll get lucky, dog.
Actually, I'm showing him on the lead lap right now.
Oh, okay.
You might be just ticking over. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Chris Luttrell, Kyle Harbin, Steven Shue, they're all coming out of the pits. It looks like they've got clean stopped.
After pit cycles, I'm showing Phillips in the lead here.
Yeah, but he doesn't have tires. So, but he is just under 7 seconds in the lead right now. Chantel Pottle in second, 6.8 seconds back.
Pottle in that Symmetrics machine, one of our league sponsors. The throttle Pottle.
Like everything.
Symmetrics.
Everything, all the pit cycles have cycled through, it looks like.
Getting a little loose on the bottom there.
Yeah, it looks like, Chris Phillips and Chantel Pottle, Brandon Stanfilippo, Dale Adamson, and Robert Reynolds are your top 5 after those pit stops. And then you have, let's see, Justin Ballette, Jason Henry in P7, Robert Kahn in P8, Dennis Warnez, P9, and Chris Schlusler in P10. He's having a good run tonight.
I mean, if you look at from 2nd to 10th, they're really all within like 3 seconds, right? So shout out to those guys. They're running a very competitive race. Chris is a little bit further back.
We got Robert Reynolds. He just took over P4. Looks like he's turning the heat up a little bit. Robert Kahn is coming up through there as well.
You know, he's probably got fresh tires now, and he's gonna want to make his moves, right? So it doesn't look like Pottle has taken tires, or Adamson, as they're getting shuffled back by Valiette and Reynolds and Kahn.
It doesn't look like Austin Craig. Just an update on that. He is 1 lap down. He is the first car 1 lap down over Jeffrey Ledford.
Ledford must have gotten in trouble in the pits.
I didn't see where he did. He must have. He must have messed something up there.
Man, well, this is a lot of green flag action here. Like, you know, very very different than Dega last week. That's for sure.
It's a lot better, I feel like. This track produces a good racing as Robert Kahn goes by Justin Ballette for P4. He's going to try to run down last week's winner, Robert Reynolds.
He switched up his paint from last week. He was an AutoZone car. He looks like he's sporting the Old Spice by Office Depot. I know when I'm stinky, I spritz it on, you know what I'm saying?
Which is always. Robert Kahn's going by Reynolds for P3. Robert Kahn is rolling right now. And it looks like, if you look at the gap between first and second, it is now 2.8, 2.7 seconds. Chris Phillips is falling off hard, and Brandon and Robert Kahn and Robert Reynolds are coming.
Well, they're all going to have to pit for at least a splash, I figure. Is that correct? Like they need like another 3 or 4 gallons to make it to the end. based on when they pit.
Save. Correct. Unless they save, they're not going to be able to make it. If I'm Chris Phillips, I'm going to run until they catch me, and then I'm going in the pit. And I'm going to get my tires, and then that's going to be it.
I mean, if I'm him, I'm coming in at lap 65 regardless, right? I'm going to make the most of those 4 stickers, but, you know, I think the trade-off too, Will, is that if he bolts on 4 tires, you know, he's going to be taking more time in the pits than somebody who just needs a splash now. But he's going to have the cadence of freshies.
I would, as soon as Brandon catches me, if it's not before lap like 63, 64, I'm going to come in and I'm going to get freshies while I'm
He's already got
right there.
Well, he's got him.
Yeah. Well, he's caught him. Yeah. Now I'd be probably going in. Yeah, Brandon has closed the gap hard, and he is going to go by with ease here.
Yeah, Phillips is
getting that time.
Well,
Robert Kahn is coming as well.
I think
Robert Kahn's the fastest car on the track.
Is he?
Right now, he is
by 0.4.
Robert Reynolds is right there with him, but yeah, they're pretty close. Oh no, Robert Reynolds is a 32.4. Something happened with him. Robert Kahn is rolling. Chris Phillips is back to 3rd, with Brandon taking over the lead there. Did something happen to Robert Reynolds? I'm going to take a quick look while we're...
Oh, yeah, he was charging hard there, but we might see him duck into the pits. Like, this is, to me, where
Chris Phillips is coming in.
Yeah, that's the strategy, right?
Sorry to interrupt you.
That's fine.
That's the strategy. That's a great strategy. I'd have done it a lap sooner, but that's a great strategy.
You got to make the most of those tires.
You do.
But the thing is now, if a late caution comes out, even though we're single file for the most part, we got actually quite a bit of bumper-to-bumper action here. Let's get on the...
Dude, we got Daniel Adamson and Austin Craig and Justin Ballett for 6th and 7th.
Yeah,
they're
with Reynolds just in front of them here.
Dennis Warnez running them down right now, or trying to.
Awesome. Oh, contact! Craig in the back of Reynolds. We're going to see the caution come out here.
That works out great for Chris Phillips.
100%. He's gonna be. That was some carnage right there. Let's pause that and see if we can take a look at instant replay. We saw it live. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Got a little excited there though.
That's Robert's fault. That's Robert Reynolds' fault. It looks like he was slowing up to go in the pits and hit the apron and came up right in front of Austin. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he called it out or whatnot, but you know, it's not.
Yeah, I have the driver chat muted. I'm gonna take a listen real quick while we're under caution.
Here's a view for our fans tonight. Just take a look at the replay here. And you're gonna watch the 94 car just slow up in the bottom of the. He clipped the apron, shot up, and Craig really, unfortunately, had nowhere to go. But
yeah, that wasn't. Reynolds did call it out, so that wasn't fully. You know, he did say 94 pitting, but yeah, he hit the apron and just came up the track. Yeah. That was not Austin's fault.
Yeah, I do agree with that, actually, from that standpoint. Like I don't know from that point there, if we put it in quarter speed, when he clips the apron right there, you just see the car shoot, and it gets loose. All right, went too far back. We'll stop messing with the replay as these guys are firing out of the pits here.
Yep, sorry, I was looking at the replay there.
I was looking at the replay too. Well, you don't have to be sorry. We're in this together, baby.
Let's see, what do we got here? Circle tires. I'm interested in Phillips. He was in the pits when that happened, so he is in the best spot. That worked out beautifully for him. He's going to assume the lead here.
They haven't pitted yet?
Yeah, they have pitted.
Well, I'm showing Con behind the pace car. Where's Phillips? Phillips is, I'm showing at the back of the field here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see that. Sorry, I was looking at, did he come in? Let me double check.
I'm gonna put up the battle for position here. Yep, I'm showing Con, and I think Con was in the pits when the caution came out by the looks of it. Craig went in again, and well, Craig, he would have been the lucky dog, so he's zipping around. Bud Shearer, Brandon San Filippo, and then I'm seeing Sean Burke up there as well. We haven't really mentioned Sean Burke at all tonight.
No, not too much.
Now he's sitting in, P4 in that 233 machine. 223, my bad.
I'm wondering if Phillip went a lap down there.
Possibly.
We're going green here. With Robert Kahn in the lead.
And they're fired off. There was some contact in behind there. They're stacking them up.
They are stacked up hard right now. Chris Phillips is looking for somewhere to go. They're 3 wide in front of him in the back of the field.
Moving back here, 3 wide. Craig on the
Austin
bottom.
Craig, he's got a black flag. Wonder if he was caught for causing passing under on the inside or something like that.
Back up with our leaders here. Let's see what's happening.
Robert Kahn has taken, a 3/10 lead over Dale Adamson. Bud Shearer has come back up through the field. He's P3. Carl Staton has taken that from him, or trying to. They're battling for third.
Now, Will, did anyone pocket a set of tires? Did anyone pocket? Like, if we see a caution in 10 laps, is somebody going to be in, what did you call it, the cat seat? Or some
The catbird seat?
Yeah.
Oh. It looks like our second place runner, Dale Adamson, almost caused a yellow there. He came off the corner a little high and almost wrecked it, but he's fine. Robert Kahn just set the fastest time of the race with a 30.986. So he's moving on.
Showing the 01, Craig coming into the pits, and the 01, Ledford coming into the pits. These are unscheduled pit stops, unfortunate for them. Kahn has just set the fastest lap.
Again, 983 over his 986 the previous lap.
Yeah, settle down.
So he is not saving those tires at all with 13 to go. We got a major battle back here for 6th, 7th, 8th. We have a caution.
What's the caution for? 30.
It looks like James. Yeah, the 30.
All right, let's.
Oh, the 30 just got loose.
Let's see if we can find it here.
Garrett Caswell just went right into him, nowhere to go.
SpeedZone TV instant replay.
Oh, James Wagner, in the 30. He is towing, so his day will essentially, with 12 laps to go, it looks like.
Oh, it looks like there was contact before that, actually.
There was. The 30, the 23.
Our chase here. Let's take off the screen here. We're on board with James here. All right. So you can just see coming into turn 1, the 23 of Harbinwell. It's like you were going to say. There's contact between him and the 30 of James. James couldn't woe it up and got into the wall. Caswell, unfortunately, just kept going.
Well, the 23 going into the pits, yeah, there was some contact there. It didn't look like he turned in. He wasn't. I can't tell if. I would say that's more of a racing incident. But if I had to say, I would say the 30 is at fault, or the 23 is at fault.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have position here.
Right. And he doesn't really turn in either.
Yeah.
Robert Reynolds is pitted.
It's coming out of the pits now. So that'll be our SpeedZone TV instant replay.
All right. We got Robert Kahn up front. Looks like Dale Adamson, Carl Staton, Steven Shue, and Brandon Sanfilippo is running at your top 5 there.
Lights are still on in the pace car, so we got one more lap to go around. We mentioned earlier in the broadcast, we'll be going to Iowa Speedway next week for a 100-lap showdown in the afternoon, so that'll be a warm track. That's actually one of my favorite tracks. Well, what's your take on Iowa?
I enjoy that track because there's a lot of lanes to run. You can run the bottom, you can run the middle, you can run the top. Doesn't matter, and you'll be good. So I think it'll be a good show.
And these and this season, Lightning Esports is running a little bit different. They're running the playoff format. Well, what do you know about the playoff format for these guys?
If you run all but 2 races of the regular season, if you win, you're in. The top 10 drivers get in. So Robert Reynolds is already in. So him getting wrecked there isn't a huge deal for him. Outside of that, so yeah, it's your win, you're in, and that's going to be major. Coming to green here, it looks like Chris Phillips is up to 8th. He's made his way back up through the field.
I think we're about to see a show right here.
We are.
Buckle up, race
Robert
fans.
Kahn's going to try to get away here.
Oh, he's going to want to make quick work. And Steven Shue's up here. We haven't talked about him all this race, but he was
neither.
Yeah,
that's true. Got a crazy start. He's right on the bumper of Dale Adamson. Looks like we got a battle for the lead. If Dale Adamson can stay on top and not hit the wall, oh, he did great there.
Yeah.
He is going to stay on his outside. Chris Phillips needs to make quick work of these 2 or 3 in front of him.
She's loose up there.
It looks like he is loose up there.
Let's go on board with Dale Adamson as he runs the high side. Look at this view here.
It looks like Robert Kahn has cleared.
Saw on the wheel. But Adamson's got to run.
He does. He's going to the inside. Kahn with a slight block.
And I mean, that's you got Carl Stanton and Steven Shue right in the mix too. 8 laps to go.
Yeah, Chris Phillips up to 5th.
On board with him now. Running the high side. Look at him. Saw the wheel. That's crazy. Stanton touched the wall. Is there contact after that?
Doesn't look like it.
I got a big
2X.
Yeah, 2X some contact for the back. It just looks like a caution's out.
No caution on the track. Yeah, Carl Staton just got in the wall there, allowed Otto and Chris Phillips to get by for 4th and 5th.
Phillips doesn't look like he's reining in, and Kahn's running 31-second laps flat. Abson 18s, and then the ones behind them are 0.3s. So, I mean, there's unfortunate. We saw Phillips dominate the whole race. Like,
we did a good majority of it in the middle of the part of the race. Looks like Dennis Warnez had gotten into some trouble off of turn 2. Trying to take a look at that. He hit the apron and got a little loose. Derek Henry. Jason Henry got into the side of him.
No caution.
He's in the
there.
pit. No caution there. Yeah, it looks like Robert Kahn has checked out 0.7. I think Chris Phillips, dirty air has a lot to do with it. When you're out front like Kahn is, feels much better than when it does when you're where Chris is. You know, the dirty air makes it so tight.
Yeah, I agree. Well, like it is a tight feeling. The car doesn't turn. Dennis Warren's fast repair back out on the track in front of the leaders. Kool-Aid man, oh yeah.
He's crashing back out.
It's drifting there.
Yeah, Chantel Pottle top 5 right now. Robert Reynolds is looking to change that though. Got Bud Shear P7. Mike Rideout up to P9. He was in that earlier incident. He's recovered nicely. Brandon Sanfilippo, he's fell back. I don't know. He's dropping 11th, 12th, 13th looks like. So he's dropping back for some reason. We got a battle for third.
That's odd. Looking at pit times, he didn't take tires.
Yeah, that's probably it then. Chris Phillips taking third away from Stephen Shu, it looks like.
1.7 back with 3 laps to go. Well, there's definitely not enough time.
Yeah, he's going to either have to hope for a mistake from P1, P2, or a caution.
There is a cluster of cars right around here. The chopper shows us. And we're going to go official one more lap, I believe.
Like it, yep.
But they're all pretty close and battling here.
It looks like the top 3 or 4 are kind of settled in. Robert Reynolds is looking to take 4th from Stephen Shu. He's going to the inside. You've also got Bud Shear trying to take 6th from Chantel Pottle with a couple laps to go. Reynolds has taken 4th. Looks like he might, if he can get up there to Phillips, he may can grab 3rd.
It's coming to the white flag next time by, I believe, isn't it?
The white flag is...
Now?
Now. It has to be now.
Yeah, race is official. Back on board with Robert Kahn, your leader. 1.3 second gap on the field. And that 21 Lucas Oil machine. Cutting down to the line.
Yep, that was the checker. Robert Kahn, your winner. Dale Adamson, P2. Chris Phillips, P3. Robert Reynolds, P4. And Stephen Shu rounds out your top 5.
Man, that was a crazy race. Well, like, we didn't really see a lot of carnage. You know, a couple small mistakes, but overall, it was a lot of good green flag racing from Lightning Esports tonight.
Yeah, it was a great race. Couple little mishaps, but that's to be expected in any race. Overall, I think that was a really good race with Robert Kahn coming out your winner.
Burning it down.
Let's round out your top 10. We got Chantel Pottle, P6. Bud Shear, P7. Mike Rideout, P8. Sean Burke, P9. And Chris Luttrell, P10. Where did Austin Craig end up? He ended up P17. Dennis Warnez, P18. He had that bad luck at the end there. Yeah, it was a good race. I'm going to pull... Let's see, who do we got? P3, Chris Phillips. Pull him up into the waiting room. Who else do we got?
Let's go back through the replay here and look at some moments.
Oh, I can't pull Robert Kahn. That's okay, though. I'm going to pull Chris Phillips in and see what we can get from him.
Sure.
All right, we've got your P3 finisher, Chris Phillips. Chris, it looked like middle part of that race, you were pretty dominant, and then you had something going on in the pits. What happened there?
I messed up on my first pit stop. I accidentally didn't take my tires off, so I had freshies there and kind of went through the field. So my biggest thing there was I needed to go green and get as much distance between me and second place as I could. And I mean, it seemed to work out there. And that last caution kind of bit me in the butt, or I was looking pretty good.
Yeah, I noticed. You know, you had that big lead. They reeled you in, and then you came in the pits for that last stop. And you were on pit road when the caution come out, I believe. Did you have to come around? I couldn't tell what was going on there because I thought you would have rotated to the lead there.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, and I was confused. But I mean, what do you do? I mean,
Yeah.
they could. iRacing said do it, so I did it.
Yeah, it must have.
Because I was way, past start finish line. I thought I was sitting pretty there, right in the lead, but
that's what I thought as well. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm wondering if I don't think you went a lap down, but yeah, good race by you. You came back up through the field, P3. You held off Robert Reynolds there. It looked like he was going to get you at the end, but you held him off. Is there anybody you like to thank?
Yeah, absolutely. My teammates, Foothills. Can't do it without those boys. And James Wagner Welding, our sponsor. He does a lot for us. Appreciate him. You guys, Lightning Esports, Lightning Wraps, Butt Kicker. Everybody that puts this on, Race Control, you announcers. Appreciate everybody. And my teammates for sure.
Yeah, we appreciate you for being here. We'll probably be interviewing you a lot this season, looks like. So, yeah, I hope you have a good one, and we'll see you next week at Iowa.
Yes, sir. Look forward to it.
Thank you. That was your P3 finisher, Chris Phillips. Next, we're going to have Dale Adamson come in and see what he has to say. Hey, Dale. This is William in the booth. You had a good run tonight. You were pretty much up front, I think, most of the night. How was that strategy? What was your strategy, coming into the race, and how did it differ from, halfway through?
My run there from the start and the multiple stints that I took to pit there to gain, I thought I was going to gain some advantage there towards the end to, at least finish in the top 5, top 10. I wasn't really trying to win it. I had nothing for the leader there at the end, obviously, but it seems like it worked out pretty well. I still feel bad for my other teammate, 30 car that got wrecked out.
Yeah.
Apart from that, he still did a hell of a good job, and apart from that, my strategy worked out okay.
Did you think the aero push, the dirty air from Robert Kahn there at the last run, did that play a factor at all, you think?
I feel like that did play a little bit of a factor when I was behind him and trying to catch him there at the end. And the moment I seen him started checking out, I was like, that dirty air is really killing me. And I just was trying to find every groove on the racing line I could find. And I mean, it somewhat worked to keep third place back behind me there, but I just couldn't check out from third and catch first and get up there and battle him. But it was pretty good.
Yeah, you had a great run. Rob, do you have anything to add?
No, I was just looking at the video, Dale, and I just want to say you did a great job of sawing that thing on the outside there. We're showing that on the broadcast right now, and we were watching it earlier, but when we went green there, you were just eyesight, just cutting down trees.
Yeah, I thought the outside there, when I was battling the 21 car, I thought I was going to, pull a little bit on the outside on his right rear corner panel, at least give me some advantage. But in the end, it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but still came home on the podium, P2.
Yeah, very commendable finish. Commendable. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to, Dale?
I just want to say first and foremost, I want to shout out you guys for putting on an amazing broadcast every Sunday night, even though it's starting this second race. It's looking good so far. I want to thank, Lightning Esports for putting on an amazing money league and great group of guys I run with. And I want to thank my friends and family, and pretty much it. And James Wagner Welding, I forgot.
I mean, he made a pretty penny after last week at Talladega because he probably made like 60 new cars. So
yeah, a lot of wrecked stuff there for sure.
congratulations
well-
on your finish, Dale, and we're hoping to see you again up in the booth. And great run tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. That's your second place finisher, Dale Adamson. I'm trying to get Robert Kahn, our winner, into the booth, but no luck yet. So, Rob, any final thoughts before we head on? Robert Kahn is in the playoffs along with Robert Reynolds, so it's a Rob party in the playoffs so far.
Yeah, for sure. I just I guess perspective would be that there's a lot of racing left. I mean, we're only 2 races in. We've seen some
Agreed.
great racing, and there's a lot more to come. So those guys that think that they didn't have the best to run tonight or last week at Talladega, that you got lots of time, and there's next week we're at Iowa, so I think that's probably the biggest thing is we're going to Iowa, and man, that's a great track. There's, like you said earlier, Will, there's 3 lanes there. There's a bunch of different strategy to go on, and yeah, that's kind of like how I'm looking at it. It's just there's a lot of racing left in the season. How many more races have we got till playoffs, Will?
5. I was just looking at that. So you have Iowa, you have Texas, then that off week, and then you have Watkins Glen, which will be somebody's going to come out there and dominate that. I feel like a ringer. Then you have Chicagoland, a ringer, and then you've got Chicagoland, which is very similar to this track. And then another wild card, kind of like Talladega, Daytona is the last race before the playoffs. I think that's gonna shake some things up. We may get a new winner that maybe down kind of in the points and sneak in the playoffs that way. So yeah, there's a lot to wrap your head around for the rest of the season.
Yeah, for sure. Well, race fans, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get our P1 finisher tonight, Robert Kahn, but hats off to him for running an outstanding race. You saw his strategy play out there. He was pretty much midfield most of the race, and it wasn't until the end that you started to see him really turn it on. So he was kind of like a sleeping giant almost, Will.
Yeah, at the beginning, we were talking about he was 6th, 7th, 8th, and thinking like, is he saving tires? What's he doing back there? And he when the time came, there he was, kind of like Harvick, end of the race he's there. So yeah, I think he did a great job, and he'll be a contender for sure.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, I think it's time for us to sign off from our race fans tonight, and thank you for joining me up in the booth and keeping me company, just like the sweet pea you are.
Anytime.
All right, fans, we'll be signing off tonight. Congratulations to Robert Kahn for taking home the Kansas crown for the MRM Designs 80 lap showdown. A shout out to Dale Adamson and Chris Phillips for your P2 and P3 finishers. And tune in next week for our 100 lap battle at Iowa Speedway, where drivers are going to be looking to take home another win. Hope to see some great racing. And what we'll do now is we'll queue up our sponsors, let them run for a minute, because we wouldn't be able to broadcast without the sponsors that Lightning Esports has, and see the great racing that you guys see. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll be seeing y'all again soon. Take care.